All right, folks, back again today. Today we're going to do the assembly of a Glock 34. And this package parts kit that I bought was it came from Zafiri Precision. And this is what their parts kit, and it's pretty neat, good parts kit because it's already got everything installed as far as your striker spring, your striker with the retentions, and everything's already previously installed on this. You know, you've got this push rod spring and the plunger. It's already been installed out of the parts kit that come from them. You have your extractor, you got your back plate, your guide rod and spring, and then you also have your plunger and spring right here. So Glock 34 slide from Zafiri. You know, I like Zafiri's products. They shoot real well. They always function appropriately, function smooth, and really enjoyed shooting them over the years. So what we're going to start with today, it already comes pre-installed, the liner. The liner's already down in to the striker area, so the liner's already in there. So with that, we're going to start with the plunger and safety plunger. And so what you want to do, you take that little spring and you push it down in there, and this plunger is going to go into that small hole right there. Well, you don't want to do that where the spring goes in there. So get that spring out here. You do this enough, that's going to happen. So that spring, we're going to take and slide it into that hole. Push that plunger down so the plunger's sitting in there. What we want to do is you want to push that plunger all the way down with one finger, and then you're going to take your striker assembly and you're going to install it from the back side here. Go in there easy, push it up, and once you get it up in there, you can let off, and that seats that plunger, and that plunger won't come out when you turn it upside down. Plunger stays in there. All right, next thing that we're going to want to do, this right here is our extractor. If you'll find a slot on the off side of your slide, you can also see that that's kind of where the plunger functions in there too. So, but what you want to do, there's a rounded edge on your extractor, and then there's also a squared off edge. The rounder edge goes back towards the back of the pistol. So I push in on the plunger a little bit, put the extractor in there, let off on that pump plunger, and your extractor is installed. All right, next thing you want to do is going to take this guide rod and plunger system, this small hole that's back here on the very back of your frame. You want to drop that off down in there, push it down in there, and that's going to actually come up here and make contact with the extractor. You can see that silver right there. You know, as you pull in and pull out on it, you can see it come in and out. So that's going to go up there. And the last thing that we're going to want to do, take our back plate, and we're going to slide our back plate on. So there's grooves there that it fits into. You kind of get it started just a little bit. What I like to do is take a punch. I'll push that plastic sleeve down, that's striker sleeve, and push it down in there just a little bit till you can get that back plate over it. It kind of clicks up a little bit, and then I take my punch and put that small plunger, push it in there all the way, and then continue to slide your back plate up. Now you should slide this back plate up until you hear it click. Just heard it click right there, and then there's not much of a gap right there at the top. It's when you know you're seated good. Last thing, pretty simple, new barrel. So we're going to take our barrel. This one's threaded, so we need to take the thread protector off, and we're going to slide it. What you want to do is, you've got these grooves back here. They're going to be towards the back. Take and slide it in, and that barrel should fall right in. It locks into place. And then our guide rod, you know, you got a flat end and you kind of got a small rounded end. Small rounded end goes up towards the front. Push it in up here at the front, slide it back, and you want to seat those. You want to seat that guide rod on the bottom groove of that barrel. So you get that put in there. We'll put our thread protector back on, and that will be a completed Glock 34 slide. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please leave me a comment. Thanks, everyone.